We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson. Saul Canelo Alvarez. Terrence Bud Crawford, the undisputed lightweight.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner.
All the talking has been done. It's time. The build-up to this fight has been incredible. Both of these men verbally sparring for weeks, and now they get it on for real. He threw a punch and just got countered. Straight right just misses. Catch and shoot. These two were made for each other. And he scores with the counter. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Here's a counter shot. Good counter punch. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Just see the nerves on a fight stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter. That punch landed. The straight right just misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw. Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Nice counter shot. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twist.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Nope, that jab not going to score. A perfect counter shot. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. They miss with the jab. Beautiful counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. That bell could not have went all the way through 10. On to the third. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Missing with the hook. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Punch, counter punch. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Unlucky to miss with that jab. That hook just can't find the target. How about that time counter shot? Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Alvarez in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow.
There's the bell for round 4. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamourweight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight, it's the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Well done with that counter shot. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Missed him with that uppercut. Putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Alvarez in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt. Time for the 5th round. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
He threw the hook, didn't land. That counter punch caught him clean. Fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Miss with that jab. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Beautiful counter punch. Nice counter shot. And that left hook doesn't find its target. Has to be careful. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
You know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the court.
There's the bell for round 6. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Good counter punching. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
A lot of effort being exerted here. They exchange punches. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Oh, and there's no way they're getting up from that. It is a clean knockout. When you get hit with a body shot like this, there's nothing you can do. Watch it again in slow motion.
Even I...
Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
Accuracy, power, punch, perfect. That was her.